Morning, folks. We are having some warmer mornings. It's past Mother's Day, which is generally when folks up here start planting. We've started putting our little garden together. If you don't have a greenhouse, which we don't have yet, that's on time to start planting, because we got frost right up into then. Generally after Mother's Day, we don't get frost. Sometimes we do. We just have to watch and see how it gets, and sometimes we have to cover plants up. Yesterday I picked up some tomato plants and some pepper plants. They're really small, from the Ag Extension office down here, and they were giving them away, about 10 of them per person. I gave some of them to Anna, but we're gonna try and get these planted. We spent the day yesterday, me and George did, we planted grass seed on pasture that we had the horses on last year or last fall, and they'd eat it down, but the people that own the place, they wanted to have a little bit more grass on the place, so we went over there, and pasture, improvement is just an investment in the future. So if you can afford to do it, the grass seed that we got, it had like 5 different grass seeds in it. It's expensive, but well worth it, and we hope to see it come up after a few rains. Hopefully it'll germinate and sprout, and we'll go back over and take a look at it. It's a dry land forage mix. A 25-pound bag covers about an acre, and come from Ultra Premium Pasture Land X Seed. So it's endophyte free, and it has 5 different kinds of seed in it: Greendale Tall Fescue, Invalay Orchard Grass, Perseus Fesculum. I think that's a cross between some type of fescue and rye, I think it is. Diamond Tea, whatever that word is, annual ryegrass, and Ephraim wheatgrass. So we're hoping it turns out into some good grass over there, grows up, and then we can take and maybe put the horses over there for a month or so. I think last year we ran them over there for 2 months, and when your hay bill is really high, 2 months means a lot of not having to go buy hay for them. So we've got that one. We've got another place that we rent off of some folks. It's about 40 acres. Well, last year we only used about 10 because it got too cold, and it's about 80 miles away, so it was really hard to get over there and make sure the water was busted and all that. This other pasture that we've got leased right now, it's really close to the house, so it's not going to be as much of a challenge. Even in the winter, we can take and go over there when it gets real cold at night. We have to bust ice here. We know we got to go over there and bust ice, and it's not really that much of an inconvenience. We seen a yard sale yesterday, me and George did, and we seen this toolbox there at it, and we stopped back by, and the guy still had it for sale. Picked this one up for $10. I picked up this box for $5 more. It's got a little lock on there. I think I'll use this for like an equipment box, leave it down at the pins, something like that, paint it. It's kind of broke a few places, but pretty nice little box, shed water off stuff. These truck boxes, they're like $400 even for a metal one like this, and they did a little bit of work to it. They welded the lids back on, the hinges were loose, stuff like that. But when you can pick something up like this for $10, it normally costs $400. Put another $10 can of paint into it, and put it on the truck. We've been needing one here on the truck. And same place, the day, I think it was the day before, I got a spare for Old Yeller here for $15. yard sales. We call it Stores Unlimited. You never know what you're going to find at a yard sale, flea market, little old roadside stand. It may be the very thing you're looking for, and you can get it a whole lot cheaper. This is Miss Polly's little garden spot. She's got all of her flowers here. I don't think some of them came up. Stuff don't come up as well as we would like it to. We got a blackberry bush over there. I don't know if that's blackberry or blueberry. I believe it's blackberry. It's starting to come back to life. Got a jalapeno pepper, and I think this is zucchini that we got the other day. We're just slowly adding plants where we can find them. It's coming along. We're going to bring another table up here because we're going to be adding some more plants. If we don't have them up off the ground, the mice will get into them and just eat them down. And we're really we don't want to take and put effort into something that's just going to get eat down. We know we've done enough research and talked to people in the last 2 or 3 years we've been here, the kind of issues they're having. So we're trying to not make those same mistakes and just put a bunch of money and a bunch of effort into something that's not going to work. When we build our garden spot, we're going to build it like Fort Knox. We're going to put some no climb with some little bitty 1/4-inch mesh hardware cloth, and all that stuff's expensive. And for us, really, we don't have to have that big of an area to grow for us, just for me and Miss Polly. So we're going to lay out a place and prepare the ground first, fence it, make sure it's tight, make sure that we can take and shade it during the latter part of the season when it's really hot and dry. We want to have all those things in play. We don't want to just rush into it and go, okay, let's just see if we can grow a garden out here and then lose all that time and that effort. We don't have enough time the way it is. We want to make sure that we are doing it correctly. And a lot of people ask, why haven't you grown a garden yet? There's a lot of challenges out here moving onto a raw piece of ground with mice, rats, and just the weather conditions. So you really got to take and prepare yourself, prepare the ground, and make the proper plans so you don't waste time and money. So this is George's first car. He's done a lot of work to it. An old police cruiser. We're going to take it down and go check on the boys down at the pasture lease and see how they're doing. We whistle for them and they come up running. Come on, Cowboy. He's already got mud in his tail. Cowboy or Spurs has got cuckleburrs. Come on. Come on. He's in there eating all the feed. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. What are you trying? What are you doing, pretty boy, huh? You got this feed over there. Huh? Okay. Good, buddy. So every time we come, we're going to bring feed, holler for them. They'll come up and gladly come in. There won't be any trouble to catch. And just kind of hang out with them for a little bit. Really good. Spurs came from way over there, came running in, and come right to us. Awesome. They're looking good, looking fat. Hey, Spursy. Buddy. What you doing, huh? What's going on? Big boy. Flies. We're gonna get some fly spray on. Little flies on. All muddy, ain't you, buddy? Huh? Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Huh? Buddy. Bring some fly spray next time. They're all muddy. Got stuff. Look at the stuff they got in their tail. The whirl. Artillo brush. Cocoa burrs. Man. Ouch. It's got thorns in it. They got a lot of cocoa burrs in their tail.
Never fails.
There's cocoa burrs around, they'll get them, won't they?
Yeah.
The mud.
Spurs.
Look at that. They've only been out here not even a week. We brought them over here like on, it was Thursday, I think. Good boy. They look good. Good flesh. Grass is doing them good. Let's go check their water. They got 2 tanks of water, so I'm not going to add anything to it. They took off after they came over here to investigate us and then took back off. I'm gonna head back to the house and go work that little colt that we castrated last week, work him a little bit, maybe throw a saddle on him and see what else we can do here for the rest of the day. It's getting up in the afternoon, it's gonna cool off and be a good time to work a horse. Here we are, late in the afternoon, almost going into the evening, and got this old boy saddled up and taking him around, leading him around. You a good boy, ain't you? He's a good boy, ain't you? Yeah. It's really good idea to take your horses around your place, saddled up, get them out in the real world, take them different places, trailer them different places if you can, and just let them see the real world. A lot of times I've seen horses that were rode in a round pen, rode in an arena, rode around a little area, and you take them out somewhere and they just lose their mind. It's just an overload. So getting them out here, letting them see the sheep. I let the dogs run around them when I'm feeding them in the morning and in the afternoons. It's just good to have commotion around them. I like to saddle them up, tie them up in a high traffic area, and you know, good safe place to tie them. Where if they want to act up, they can, but they're not going to get hurt. And it'll make a whole lot more solid horse out of them for sure. I loaded up this table. This is going to be one of our garden tables that I'm going to take up there, the plants I showed you this morning. I'm going to take it up there by them, and then we can put plants on that and hopefully keep the mice and the rats out of our plants. And we've been kind of busy today. We planted some potatoes in some containers. We planted some beans. First one thing another to get started, and slowly but surely we're putting together a little bit of a garden that we can take and eat as we go. And because right now we don't have any storage for any of this, we don't have a cellar, we don't really have a place to store anything. We could can it, but we're just about out of space to put canned stuff. We're just growing a little garden to supplement our grocery bill, and we'll let you know how it goes, how it takes and turns out. I think she wants it somewhere. Move your side that way a little bit. Right in here. Oh, stop. Go back. Right there. Yeah, I think that's where she wants that. What's she gonna do there? Gonna put some of these plants up here and keep them up. If we keep them up off the ground, the mice won't eat them. Oh. Yeah. Okay, we got this old table. We've been using it down there to put chickens on, keep them up off of the ground, and we removed it up here. I think Miss Polly, we're putting in some beans. Most of this is her other stuff. Got some cucumber starting. We planted the tomatoes and the peppers. Got the tomatoes. Miss Polly doesn't eat tomatoes, but I figured I'd get them. I'll enjoy them. We've got potatoes in these 2 tubs, and as it comes up, we'll take and show you guys. This squash plant, the zucchini plant, I don't think it was getting enough water, and out here you have to water in the evening, not during the heat of the day. And I think this morning it was already too hot when it got watered. It'll cook it. And then we got a jalapeno pepper right there. We're gonna get some more jalapeno peppers because I like jalapeno poppers. Well, the sun's going down. Another end to a long day. You know, if you like what we're putting out, like, share, subscribe, share it on social media. You know, we've been at around 3,000 for a long time. I would really like to see those numbers go up. So appreciate you guys that have stuck around with us, all of our subscribers that have been with us from the very start. We really appreciate you guys. I'm planning on doing some things towards the end of the summer to take and kind of give back to you guys. Maybe some of you won't be able to do it for everybody, but there's some of y'all out there, just, you guys are awesome. You guys have been with us, you guys have supported us, and we really appreciate y'all. That being said, remember, this whole world's getting crazy. If you don't know which way to go, commit your ways unto the Lord. Trust also in Him, and He'll bring it to pass. We'll see you later.